of salty pickle juice. Your sodium levels are already off the chart.
I didn't say another! I said a brother!
A brother? Don't you already got one of those?
Not a brother! I want a different one!
Like this?
No, that's my sis!
Sorry, bro. But actually, I think I know one that you might know or want for yourself. It's blue, kind of shaped like you, and it's also a cartoon. Because family, today we're showing you the sad truth behind Bluey's unborn little brother. Oh, wait a second, baby Nuggy. I shouldn't be smiling for that. That sounds sad. This is his sad origin story.
I'm crying already!
You were already crying at the beginning of today's video, bro. Family, you need to smash like on today's video right now to make this baby chicken nugget stop crying and hurting my ears.
Because if we don't get this video to 5,000 likes, then I'm gonna scream for 10,000 years!
Oh no, family, quick, smash like! And also, comment down below your favorite cartoon character.
So then they...
Oh. Oopsies. Family, did you know that Bluey and Bingo have an older brother? Man, this is a giant secret, and I promise you it is real. This is not a joke. It is not a prank. And I have put on my detective sunglasses. These are not glasses. These are actually not glasses. Costume lenses. Because today I'm going in detective mode and showing you all of the secrets that me and baby Nuggy have found about Bluey and Bingo and their older secret sibling. And today, if you smash like on today's video, we're gonna tell you all the secrets. So what are you doing, family? Smash like on today's video. Get your tummy ready for a snack because you might not have cheese and crackers right now in your hands. But don't worry, because all of the secrets I'm about to tell you in today's video are gonna be one giant treat. Wait, that's not a chicken nugget. That's a plushie.
Your teeth so sharp!
Yeah, baby Nuggy. That's because I'm a vampire. Family, you might think that Bluey, the oldest sibling of Bluey and Bingo, was Bandit and Chili's first baby that they've ever had. But family, after I found out all of these secrets hidden inside of Bluey episodes, I'm here to tell you today that that is not true. Okay, but first I gotta tell you about something that is very important to today's story, and that is rainbow babies. Family, if you don't know the idea of rainbow babies or what they are, essentially it's when your mommy and daddy try to have a baby, but then that first baby doesn't work out. So then when they try again and actually do succeed and have a baby, then that baby that they just had is called a rainbow baby. The term rainbow is because this brand new baby that finally worked is considered to bring in a bunch of colors and life and happiness to the mommy and daddy's life. It's like getting a present for Christmas or your birthday, but packed up in the form of a baby. Aw, I say it like that. It kind of warms my heart.
If you had one!
Hey, baby Nuggy! Who even asked you? Do baby chicken nuggies even have a heart?
Yeah?
Well, family, the only way to find out is with a knife and a fork. I just kidding, baby Nuggy. I would never eat you. And family, here is another secret about Bluey. You know that Chili, Bluey's mommy, she has a sister called Brandy. So that makes Brandy Bluey and Bingo's aunt. But something that Brandy can't have, family, is have her very own babies. This makes Brandy really sad and was also the reason why Brandy and Bluey's mommy Chili did not talk for 4 years. Family, 4 years is a very long time to not talk to your very own sister. That must have been so hard. The reason why Brandy can't have any kids is because she was having a very hard time getting pregnant, And to better understand the story of Brandy and her babies, I'm gonna show you this Bluey episode right here that reveals even more secrets and Easter eggs. Once upon a time, Bluey, Bingo, and Bandit came into Chili's room on Mother's Day to give her a surprise. But uh-oh, Bingo, you dropped all of your gift for Mommy. And then Bingo got really sad and thought she ruined the whole Mother's Day. Bluey and Bingo's mommy said, "Don't worry, Bingo, the day is not ruined." So then Bluey said, "Woohoo!" and suggested that her and her sister Bingo should put on a show for both of their parents to make the day even more special. And the biggest surprise was that the show that Bingo and Bluey are about to put on is actually the story of how Chili and Bandit first met. Family, it's the love story of Bluey and Bingo's parents. How cute. Bluey got a balloon and blew it up and put it underneath Bingo's shirt. This was supposed to look like Chili when she got pregnant with Bluey and Bingo. But uh-oh, that balloon ended up going pop. But then after that balloon popped, look at Chili's face. It went from smiling and happy to very sad and frowny. And everybody in the room realized right away that Chili was now upset. Family, it's almost like Chili remembered a memory that reminded her of a sad point in her life. Chili was happy when she saw the pregnant belly with the balloon underneath. But then when it popped and went away, the balloon wasn't the only thing that disappeared. It was also Chili's smile as well. Now Bingo really felt like she ruined her mommy's Mother's Day, and she was even more sad than ever. Look at Bingo right here, crouching and holding her knees. And now here comes her older sister Bluey to try and fix the damage that has been done. Chili was still in shock with what just happened. Bluey was trying to help Bingo be less sad, and Bandit was holding his wife's hand to try and make her feel better too. Family, it was at that moment that everybody realized the real truth about what just happened. This was not Chili getting upset for no reason. It was not her frowning because she was hungry or mad. Chili was actually frowning because she remembered a painful memory of years and years ago of when she tried to become pregnant with another baby before Bluey. But that pregnancy didn't work. Chili lost the baby and was so upset and sad, and it forever remained a very painful time in her life that she probably wishes she can forget. Family, if this didn't happen, Bluey and Bingo might have never found out that they had a secret older brother that has never been born, because this unborn brother was supposed to be born before Bluey and Bingo ever existed. And family, this is not the only time that we have found secrets inside of these Bluey episodes that show us that there might be some hidden secrets that Chili is not telling us from the past. Just like this episode right here, right after Bluey was first born, Chili was here with all the different mommy dogs and all with their little puppies. We got Coco and her mom, Snickers and their mom, and even Judo and their mom. But family, the craziest thing about this episode is not how cute all of those baby puppies are. It's actually the sadness in some of the mothers. It's very common for a mother, if they ever unfortunately lost their child, to feel super guilty and almost like it was their fault for the horrible thing that happened to them. So this makes the mother feel sad. It makes them feel definitely bad. And it might even make the mommies feel distant too. Family, you have to remember, and the mommies need to know, that it is not their fault that these bad things happened to them. It's just a very unfortunate health issue that happened, and it was out of their control. Sometimes not everything can happen the way we want them to, and that's just how life goes on. And family, the most important thing is for these mommies, just like Chili, to forgive themselves. Because it's not their fault. Sorry. Got a little carried away. Because these mommies work so hard every day. They deserve to be happy too. Going back to this episode, the saddest part is that when Bluey goes to the doctor with her mommy Chili, the doctor does some tests and seems to think that Bluey is not moving along and growing at the rate that she should be. So Chili thinks that this is her fault again and thinks it's because of her body that Bluey is the way she is. It's almost like all of the guilt she felt from the loss of her baby before Bluey was born is combined with the guilt she feels of Bluey growing up a little bit different than what the doctor says she should be. So now these two balls of guilt have combined together into one giant ball of guilt and is making Chili extra sad. This makes Chili a little bit of an insecure mom, but don't worry, Coco's mommy sees that Chili is a little bit upset, and then she goes to talk to Chili to reassure her that she's doing everything right. She says, "Don't worry, Chili, you are a great mom. We're all great moms here." And then Coco's mommy shows Chili this family portrait of her whole family. But then Chili sees the photo and sees just how many kids Coco's mommy really has. And she sees that Coco is the 9th child. That means Coco's mommy had 9 kids. 9 little pink puppy dogs running around might sound cute and very fun. And maybe it is for everyone except the parents who are taking care of them every day. That sounds like a lot of work. After Chili saw this photo, it made her even more sad again because it made her feel guilty about losing her first child. And maybe it was even Chili's dream to have 9 baby children of her own. But since she lost the first one, now she only has 2. Bluey and Bingo! Family, this is even more of a secret of why Chili sometimes might seem very emotional in these episodes. Like when Bluey does little things like crawling or eating for the first time, Chili sees this and starts to cry out of happiness because it all makes sense now. Because Chili thought maybe, just maybe, Bluey would not be able to do these things because she wasn't growing up fast enough. Because Chili thought that it was because of herself and her own body. She said, "Oh, I already lost one baby and now I might have messed up and now I might have created obstacles for the babies I do have." Like Bluey. And family, Chili needs to know that this miscarriage was not her fault, was completely out of her control, and hopefully that made her feel a little bit better when she was lying down super upset thinking about it late at night. Because she's not the only one who lost babies when they were pregnant, because her sister Brandy also lost babies too. And family, there are even more secrets about Chili's pregnancy in another episode of Bluey. This is another secret that me and Baby Nuggy are about to tell you. If you're ready for this next secret, smash like on today's video, because the more likes we get on today's video, the more secrets me and Baby Nuggy will expose. Wow, family, look, it's a lion! Oh, whoa. Wait a sec. That's just Bingo. This is a Bluey episode called Puppets. And in this episode, we see a bunch of photos of Bluey and her family and what they used to look like when they were younger versus what they look like now. And family, a way that Bluey shows how these characters are aging in their episodes is by looking closely at their fur. If you see these two side-by-side images of Bandit, you'll see that on the right side, Bandit's fur is dark blue on the top and light blue on the bottom. But on the left side, when Bandit got a little bit older, his hair is still dark blue on the top and light blue on the bottom. But if you look very closely, you'll start to see little specks of hair in his top half portion, and those are considered gray hairs that someone might get when they age. Bandit is a little bit older and he looks a little bit different, but that's okay. It's super normal for your body to go through changes as you grow up. Bandit also had a fuller coat of hair on the top half when he was younger. You can see the fluffiness on the sides, but then when he grew up, that fluffiness of hair kind of went away. And now, since we understand the differences that your body might go through as you age, these photos that are shown in this episode of Bluey will make a lot more sense. Look, it's a photo of Bandit and Chili getting married. They look so cute and spectacular. You can see in this wedding photo that Bandit's fur is a little bit more fluffy on the side, and that gives us a clue about how long ago Bandit and Chili got married. Since their bodies looked a little bit different, we can assume that Bandit and Chili got married many years ago. And if you look at this other picture of Chili from this same episode, you'll also notice that Chili has a little bit more fluffiness of fur on the sides, and her belly looks a little bit more rounded. So that is most likely when Chili was pregnant. Aww, she's glowing. And since both the wedding photo and the pregnant photo kind of look similar, we can also assume that both of these photos were roughly taken at the same time. Maybe they got married and then got pregnant a year or two later. Maybe it was even the reverse. But family, what we do know is that Chili looks a little bit more different than before because now she has a couple of specks on her fur, just like Bandit does. And family, another secret that this pregnancy photo shows is that it was probably a long time ago. Since this photo was taken a long time ago, and now if we go back to this episode with Chili and baby Bluey, we can see clearly that Chili does not have the fluffy fur on the sides of her face, which means that a lot of time would have taken place between the pregnancy photo and when Chili was a baby. So this means that we can reasonably assume that that pregnancy photo was not Chili's pregnancy photo with Bluey or even with Bingo too, because it would have taken Chili a lot more time to lose that extra fluffiness on the side of her face. Much more than a year, which is how old Bluey is in this episode. So that means the pregnancy photo was Chili with Bluey and Bingo's unborn baby brother. The one that unfortunately never got to be born. My family, it's very possible that Chili was very upset over losing her unborn baby, that is why she waited a couple more years before she tried having a baby again with Bluey and Bingo. But family, just like you have tough times in life, you also will have a bunch of good times, and that is clearly shown by all of the fun adventures that Bluey and Bingo go on with their mommy and daddy, and all the laughters that they all share. And family, my last secret for you today is right here in this next episode of Bluey, where Chili is lying down during the rain and weirdly in front of the open door. And then Bluey comes running over and literally almost stomps on her mummy's tummy. Bluey, that was a close one. But look, family, look! Bluey points up to the sky, and then Bluey and Chili see two giant rainbows. And if you remember what we talked about in the beginning of today's episode about a rainbow baby. A rainbow baby is a baby who comes along after the mummy lost their first child. And this scene is so special in Bluey because not only do they see one rainbow, family, they see two! This is a big secret because it shows that the first giant rainbow is Bluey and the second giant rainbow is Bingo! Chili and Bandit must have been heartbroken from losing their first child, but then after that they got super happy because the world blessed them with two rainbow babies! Family, if you liked today's video, smash like and subscribe to AnythingAlexia before we hit 10 million subscribers. Go get my rainbow chicken Nuggy, baby Nuggy, and saucy Nuggy at shopalexia.com. And me and all the Nuggy Land characters love you so much, and we'll see you all in tomorrow's video.